It is possibly the biggest financial decision that a man can make when he decides to commit to a woman. And that is how it should be seen, as a financial decision. It is business. Yes, relationships are business indeed. And there could be grave consequences if a man does not see it as such. Do not be fooled by the pretty face. Do not be fooled by the lovely boobies. Because behind all that beauty, there is a monster, a beast. And this beast has been constantly evolving over time. And it has learned how to perfect the art of disguise, masking itself with makeup, lipstick, to deceive its victims. And what does this beast want from its prey? Well, it wants to consume it. It wants to first extract everything it has, all its value, all its power. As it is an anxious creature, the woman, for it knows that biologically it is the weaker sex. It has observed men and their power to be the dominant sex. She has witnessed how men have conquered the world and has laid the foundation and has built skyscrapers and has laid down the infrastructure for everything else to be built upon through hard manual labor, risking their lives to fight in the front line, dying in wars, so that we can live a more comfortable, stable life. And as women have witnessed this for thousands of years, most women have stood by the man's side as his passenger, submissive, a follower, letting the man lead for his protection. However, her ability to be submissive, to be a follower to the man, has always been conditional. So long as that man can provide and protect and provide that stability that can allow the woman to ease into her femininity, to submit to a man, a worthy man, a strong man. However, this type of women are rapidly becoming extinct because now we're entering into the modern era. As it became harder and harder for a man to provide and protect and give that stability for his entire family. Therefore, many women have had to enter into the workforce to the point now where it is a very common thing. And most men, unfortunately, expect their women to work. And many men have fallen for the trap of going 50-50 with the woman. And as a result of this, the woman has gradually started to shapeshift and reveal its hidden beast-like form. However, despite this beast coming out in the open and exposing itself in modern day time, many men, unfortunately, have not been able to detect it. Many men, unfortunately, have not been able to see it because they're too caught up, being dazed by the luscious boobies and the pretty face. And many women have noticed this, the power of their punani to manipulate men. And many women have noticed, as they entered into the workforce, as more and more men have started to become weak and incapable of providing all the needs for their families, many women have noticed that they too can actually extract more of this power that most men used to yield by using sex as now in modern times more than ever before, the woman has learned how to even surpass the man's power. Yes, now that they too can also work and become providers as a strong, independent boss babe, they can also become even more powerful than most men by also extracting their power, their resources, their time, their energy. And the men, unfortunately, surrender their power willfully, all so that they can be able to get a little piece of that punani. However, this beast in modern times, due to mostly technology, like the internet, the smartphone, and all of the countless dating apps. Now, women in modern time have access to all the men around the world, are at their fingertips, just a message away. And men, due to their high sex drive and testosterone, and their need to ejaculate frequently, and the cultural expectation that the man is to make the first move, they have been filling up these women's DMs in desperation, filling their DMs with their dick pics, hoping that they can take them on a date. And as a result of this, even fat women and old women past 30 have started to gain the upper hand and have become more powerful than men, because they have learned that by denying sexual access to their punani to men, they can manipulate them and get the desirable behaviors out of them so that they can continuously extract more and more resources and power until that man becomes a former shell of himself, empty, with no identity, because he has allowed the woman to hijack his soul, his mind. He has put her on a pedestal and worships her punani like a good pee-pee boy that is now scared of the woman, scared to disappoint her, because if he were to disappoint her, he knows that she will withhold sex from him. So the man tolerates her bad behavior. He lets her get fat, and he lets her go to the bar and the club with her friends, despite him being committed to her or married to her with children. He is afraid to tell her no, because he knows if he does, he's afraid that she is going to say, "Why are you so insecure? Why are you so insecure that I am at the bar or club, dancing in revealing clothing, surrounded by drunk men that go to the bar and the club to hook up? I mean, I'm committed to you. You don't have to worry. You have to trust me. You're so insecure." So many men fall for this trap and let the woman have her way. Ultimately, little by little, the woman will take charge and be the head of the household. So many times what happens to these men that behave like weak little pee-pee boys is that their women can never respect them. They see this man as a man that is very weak, with no boundaries, that she can easily step on, and he has no courage to put her in her proper place. So many times what happens is with these women, they end up cheating on these men that they commit to or marry. with men that they're actually attracted to, that are strong, have boundaries, and actually know how to tell them no. Yes, masculine men, strong men, usually bad boys that treat them poorly. And eventually these women, over time, they end up breaking up with these peepee boys that they have committed to, or in worst cases, married. Yes, and that is when the beast really shows its true horrendous form, as it extracts as much resources it possibly can from the man. In divorce court, this is why in this modern day, especially in the Western world, more than 80% of divorces are initiated by women. There is a great incentive for women to divorce a wealthy man especially, and many men, unfortunately, overlook this grave danger. And this is why, when a man decides to commit to a woman, it could bring about the biggest devastation to his financial situation. But many men believe, oh, no, not my woman. She's different. Oh, no, she is not going to cheat on me. She is not going to leave me. My woman is the exception. Yes. And I'm going to gamble all my hard work, all my resources I have took a long time to earn, just so that I can be attractive enough for her to give me a chance to marry me. I'm going to gamble it. Very wise. Very wise. Yes. I wish you good luck, though, because the odds are not in your favor. Now, is there a way to avoid this great threat to a man's financial stability? Well, some might say, oh, well, you can just get a prenup. But there are loopholes in the laws. And if you have been living under a rock, and you have not become aware to the fact that most of the laws that pertain to marriage and divorce tend to favor the women, well then, I would suggest that you do your due diligence. So, what is a man to do? What is the solution? Should men simply avoid women at all costs and be celibate? Well, I don't think it's necessary to go to those extremes. However, it wouldn't be a bad idea when you're trying to build wealth and gain financial stability. It is better that a man does it on his own. But men have their needs. Yes, from time to time we do need to release the seeds from the pee-pee. Yes. Even myself at 69, I still like to have my fun from time to time. Yes. But the solution is rather quite simple. Do not get married. Yes. If you find a pretty lady, well, just be with her. Yes. And take your time to commit to her. Do not rush into commitment. Only peepee boys rush into commitment. Yes. Take your time until that woman has earned and demonstrated she is worthy of your commitment. But even so, do not marry her. Never marry her. Just be with her. Yes. You can have kids with her. Yes. And you do not need the marriage. Yes. Especially in these modern times.